This is a Sri Lankan cutlet. Now today I have my mom with me and she's going to show us how to do these awesome Sri Lankan fish cutlets that you can take to any party. Before we get into making these cutlets, I got to tell you something. These cutlets are inspired by Europeans, okay? Sri Lanka got colonized by 3 European countries, the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the British. So this came around the Dutch. They brought cutlets to Sri Lanka. It wasn't called cutlets when they brought them. It was called croquettes. It was meat. It was a meat fried dish. We took our ingredients, we changed it up, put some spice in it, flavored it up, and called it cutlets. So if y'all are used to the chicken cutlets, it's not that. This is fried, deep fried balls with potato and fish. And you can always replace the fish. If you don't like canned fish, you can replace it with ground chicken, ground pork, or ground beef. Or you can just make it with potatoes and peas and just do it vegetarian style. Either way, let's see how we do this. Let's get into the video. First thing my mom does is boil the potatoes because it'll take longer. So boil the potatoes with a little bit of turmeric and then chop up the onions, the green chilies, the garlic, the curry leaves. But we didn't have the curry leaves. We had a cilantro, so we added cilantro instead of curry leaves. But if you have curry leaves, by all means add that because that's a traditional ingredient. She mentioned it's very important to cut these ingredients and chop them up very small. She added a little bit of turmeric to the ingredients. She fried it up for a couple of minutes. And then she added 2 cans of the sardines and 1 can of this tuna. And basically, you want to fry that for another couple more minutes, not too long. And after you do that, you're going to add your curry powder, your chili powder, and your black pepper. You can also add cumin. And now you mash up the potatoes, but not too fine. You want a little bit chunky right there, so when you eat it, you want to get a little bit of that potato. Now you finish it with a little bit of salt and cilantro, and it's basically done. How does it taste, Abama?
Good, very good.
Once you have your fish and potato mix, you want to let that chill for a little bit, maybe like a half hour before you start making the balls, because you don't want it too hot. Okay, when you dunk it in the egg and then the breadcrumbs. So you can also do this process ahead of time, especially if you're going to a party or if you have a party the next day and you have to do like 75 to 100 cutlets. You can do this and keep it in your fridge and just fry it when it's ready. So this just for dinner. So we fried this up. You want to add some oil, get it to 320 plus degrees, and then start frying them. It only takes about 1 to 2 minutes. You know, if it's bigger, it might take 3, but these cutlets took about like a minute and a half. It was like a little darker brown, but man, it was delicious. All right, the inside is beautiful, and we serve this with chili sauce. I just added some ketchup, some sriracha to it, and I'm gonna let you know how I like it. So to eat this cutlet, they usually use chili sauce. I add some sriracha, some ketchup. I mix it up. I made a sauce out of it. And that's all you gotta do, just dig in, and it's delicious. My mom has done it again. Amma, you did it again. Now if y'all like that video, click that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and don't forget to feast with Pete.